Happy Halloween, folks. Welcome to another episode of Hayden B. Grilling. This morning, we're going to bust out the crock pot for some Crockpot smothered pork chops. That's a lot to say. So, let's get started. All right, folks, first thing we're going to do is add 4 of these boneless pork chops down into the bottom of the crock pot. Now we're going to come back over that with a little bit of seasoning here. Now I'm using Boar's Night Out White Lightning. Now we have our pork chops, and then we're going to add 1 can of cream of chicken, followed by 1 can of cream of mushroom. Now we're going to come over the top of that with 1 packet of onion recipe soup and dip mix, followed by 1 packet of pork gravy. Now we're going to add 3/4 cup of water into the crock pot. Now we're just going to kind of stir this around, get this nice and mixed in together. Now before we turn it on, put the lid on it, turn it on, we're just going to add these little strips of onion in here. The onion is completely optional. I mean, hey, in a recipe, any ingredient's optional, right? But when I first found this recipe, it didn't have the onion. I just kind of figured that onion would be really good in this. So use as much or as little as you want. All right, so now we're gonna bump this down to a slow 10-hour cook. All right, folks, this is the thing I love about this crock pot. So we set it for that 10-hour cook. Once it finished cooking, it just kicked it down to a nice warm temperature. And that was really handy because, like tonight, as soon as we got home, we took kids trick-or-treating. So this is one of those great meals here for a busy night. All right, folks, so we just made our plate. We put down a bed of wild rice and then put the pork chop, some of the gravy, make sure you got some of those onions there on top of it. And look there, folks, do not need a knife. What do we need a knife for?
Best meal ever.
This stuff is so tender. So now it's time for that all-important taste test. Folks, this meal is so good. Every time we made it, it's so good. Now, we've made this one a few times here on the channel, but it's always great for a quick meal when needed. Heck, it's good for any night of the week, though. Y'all please let me know what you think of the video. Y'all please like, subscribe, and we'll see y'all later.